Indian Institute of Materials Management is an organization made up of professionals working in the various aspects of supply chain management and materials management in the country. We have in excess of 10,000 members spread over in all parts of the country. About 50 branches are there, and Bangalore is one of the vibrant branch. We have our head office in Mumbai and we have our education wing in Delhi. IIMM believes in spreading the supply chain management and to make that as a core competence and how it is going to help industries. It definitely have a very close tie-up with all the industries, and then the professionals who are working are educated, their skills are developed, their knowledge base is increased through our various courses we have like GDMM, Graduate Diploma in Materials Management, Postgraduate Diploma in Materials Management, MBA in Supply Chain Management, and also public sectors connected to that has several programs like Postgraduate Diploma in public sectors and public procurement also. In addition to that, we are also having a tie-up with the International Purchasing Supply Chain Management of ITC, that is International Trade Center of Geneva, which comes under WTO and UNCTAD. We have a diploma, international diploma called International Purchasing Supply Chain Management, and IIMM is the only organization in the country who are authorized to profess their courses also. And Bangalore, as I've already mentioned to you, is one of the vibrant branches, and this year very proud to say that Bangalore bagged the branch award also.
To begin with, I would like to narrate a short story about how I learned to be more structured in my job as a buyer. Started my career as a buyer in a small organization some decades back. I recollect my days as a raw material buyer and in an organization several decades back. I had to approach my boss for leave for an important personal reason. The answer was no leave. Buyers don't get leave. Obviously, I was very, very disturbed and wanted to know the reason for no leave, despite my having put in long hours of job for the job. My boss was happy to explain. We know that you are hard, you're working very hard, with a lot of focus and seamlessly ensuring factory requirements. However, none of us know how you manage the entire work all by yourself. Booking materials, can you hear me? Booking materials on energy prices, establishing LCs, arranging shipment, customs clearance on arrival and final transportation to factory. I should explain here that my job was included extensive traveling for customs clearances, apart from negotiations with shipping companies for freight, coordination with clearing agencies, meeting Indian customs officials, negotiating with inland transporters, and working with some of the PSUs or DOs for direct purchases. So the question to me was, how did I accomplish this process? My leave could not be sanctioned unless I documented the entire process. To ensure the above, so that some of my colleagues can take over during my absence. Believe me, it took me a while to assess the flow of work and write the process. Finally, the reference process documented was written and submitted, and my leave was granted without it. Ladies and gentlemen, I realized then how important process and documentation was in my work, and also I realized how important my work was.
Mr.D.Subramani, the branch chairman, recommended my name to H.R.T. I'm grateful to Subhakrishna, the past president, Mr. C.L. Kapoor, the past president, and both my colleagues in IIM for so many years. This is my 50th year in IIM, even before my Bhishma is Shankaran. The moment he came to know that I was groomed by him, he was my friend, philosopher and guide. So he said he wanted to come for the function when his Shishya is getting the award. And I dedicate this award to my wife, without whose help I could not have spent even an hour. Even before marriage, I was going, but she said, I am permitting you to go, but don't force me to come to functions. That was the complaint of many of my friends' wives who said that your wife doesn't come. I said, I am glad that I dedicate this award. I am grateful to you all, my fellow friends, my Sishyas, number of students are here, my fellow faculty, with whose help I was able to come here. Thank you one and all.
Even make some big achievements in the profit margin, but really they do wonderful services. Please give them a big hand for
That is the Felicitation of National Awardee, that is the Chief Executive of the Year Award. Backed by we would like to submit clearly together with IIMM-B'lore. May I request you
for his wonderful achievement in the field of supply chain and other this one. The best new award.
We look forward under the prime leadership of the new Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi ji, the way you have seen the ordinances have come forward to allocate the coal blocks, because the country need to progress, need to be developing. So any which way can, the government will not stay quiet in stalling the process of development. So you find, even though the bills were not passed in the parliament, there were ordinances, and today's newspaper coal block allocation for auction of coal block already there. There is already an authority, coal block auction is taking up for 28 coal blocks. Already the newspaper advertisement has come. People will be buying for auction. I also congratulate today evening the way Mr. Suhas Prasanna has brought forward you the concept of importance of health in purchasing and its role.
Good evening. I am Malay Chatterjee, Chairman and Managing Director of Kudremukh Iron Ore and Steel Company. Now it is known as KIOCL Limited. The company, which was founded in the late 70s, it came into being in 76 to found and enrich low-grade iron ore, magnetite ore, which is 1/3 of which is found in this Deccan Plateau, which is found in the southern India. Mainly, Kudremukh came up as an offshoot from NMDC, and we explored the mines and established the country's Asia's best mining practices, having a 7.5 million ton run-of-the-mill beneficiation plant with 22.5 million tons production capacity, which altogether put together is almost the capacity, the production capacity today is being done by the mining sector in public sector. And we have demonstrated this quality. We subsequently established our 3.5 million ton pellet plant at Bangalore to upgrade and enrich and value add into pellet, which is iron oxide pellet, which has been very, very popular in using as a feeder material for iron and steel making. So with this ability, the country's first state-owned plant coming up at a shore base, Bangalore, Kudremukh for years together till 2005 has demonstrated yeoman services by earning for 100% EOU pellet plant, earning foreign exchange in the shape of dollar, yen, and our product, which is pellet, all over the world was very, very famous. Subsequently, on the environmental ground and a consistent effort by some of the NGOs, with the apex court ruling, we came into closer by 2006, early 2006, our mines got closed on the embargo and the direction from the apex court. We explored ourselves, we diversified. The pellet plant, which was earlier processing only magnetite ore, started processing hematite ore also, which came from other sector of the Doni Malay as well as Kiranulal Bacheli. Over the period, we have demonstrated that a company which is a category 1 Miniratna public sector has survived in spite of not having mines to its kitty, and it has survived on a small, on a 3.5 million ton pellet plant, which has been a first pellet plant in the country. That time the government of India had a negotiation with Iran, but subsequently the Sahara of Iran fell, and now we have to stand alone implement the pellet plant, which is the country's state-owned biggest pellet plant. Still today we are running with without proper adequate ore security, and subsequently when Karnataka went into embargo from subsequent ruling for not exporting iron ore, our long-term arrangement for ore supply with NMDC had a hit. Today we survived. It is very, very appropriate. Indian Institute of Material Management have selected Kudremukh as the best CEO award, and it is very, very apt and appropriate. A company like Kudremukh, which is now surviving, a public sector dividend earning PSU, is surviving only merely on supply chain management. Today in this country, supply chain management, as I mentioned, is contribute 13% to the GDP, whereas in the USA it is 8.5%. So this supply chain management, which has got immense contribution to us, the GDP, with the support of Indian Institute of Material Management, he has been doing yeoman service. I am humbled that in a juncture when we are looking for diversification and depending upon our supply chain management core competency, if you in a nutshell, I would like to tell you that the iron ore pellets that we produce from our Bangalore plant, the iron ore fines, they travel 700 odd kilometers by rail route, way back from Kirandul and Bacheli, comes to Vizag port. From there again is distributed another on sea. It comes for 1500 kilometers. After my plant, which is based at the Bangalore port, is a port-based plant, value adds and beneficiate and prepares the pellets, which is exported all over the world. And last couple of years we are solely depending upon the state-owned domestic consumption. With this, I am thankful and humbled and obliged that IIM has rightly recognized the services of KIOCL to the nation, to the state, and Bangalore branch as is such, as under the leadership of Subakrishna and Subramani, has been doing wonderful job, and recognizing KIOCL is a feather to
Appreciation award is backed by none other than our own branch chairman, Mr. Subramani.
Good evening. My name is D.Subramani. I am the chairman of the Indian Institute of Materials Management. We have great things to be achieved. The Indian Institute of Materials Management has a vision, mission and objectives. The very important aspect is to raise a very big campus for the Indian Institute in Bangalore to cater the educational requirement for the students of Bangalore. There we require a very big project which is anticipated, and we are the top #1 in the membership, and we are in educational front we are very good, and our objective is to secure the wider recognition and to promote the importance and efficient materials management in the commercial and industrial undertakings, to safeguard and to elevate the professional status of individuals engaged in the materials management faculty, to constantly impart advanced professional knowledge and thus improve the skill and the person engaged in the materials management function. Propagate and promote among the members the strict adherence of IIMM code and conduct of ethics. The mission statement I can give from my angle is to promote professional excellence in the materials management towards national prosperity through sustainable development. The real code of conduct for every organization we impart through our students, to consider first the total interest of one's organization in all transactions without impairing the dignity and responsibility of one's office, to buy without prejudice, seeking to obtain the maximum ultimate value for each rupee of expenditure, to subscribe and work for the honesty and truth in buying and selling, to denounce all forms of manifestations of commercial bribery, and to eschew antisocial practices. to accord a promote and courteous reception so far as the condition will permit to all who call upon legitimate business mission. This is our aims and objectives. Thank you very much.
Who has encouraged me to study, and in each of my semester they helped me a lot. My children, my husband, everyone, they were working at home and helping me to study. And I thank all the senior members on the dais for the same thing. And I also thank all the faculties who has imparted their knowledge. At least I have not gained so much of their knowledge, but little, whatever I didn't know, I could grasp through their contact classes. And finally, heartfelt thanks to my guide, that is Joint Director of ADA, Srinivas sir, who has very calmly and patiently helped me to finish my project. Thanks, sir. Thank you.